video, I'm going to show you how to put on a collar, such as on a jacket or a shirt. You must have your pattern piece and your fabric already cut out because we're going to get started with the directions. So this is the pattern that came with my jacket directions, and I had to place it on the fold. That's why you only see half a pattern here. And it asked for me to cut out 2 fabric collars and also 1 of interfacing, because you always put an interfacing in your collar to make sure that it has some stiffness to it. So here's my piece. Underneath I have my second piece, my second collar, and I've already applied my interfacing to one side. So here's my interfacing. So once you have all that, the first step then is to pin your 2 pieces together, putting the right side of the fabric to right side. So this and this is what's going to show in my final product. This is the wrong side, the interfacing is also the wrong side because we don't want to see the interfacing after we finish. So we're going to pin this piece all along this outside, and we're going to stitch all along this outside. The side that you have your notches up here on the inside of the curve, we're going to leave open because this is how we're going to flip our piece inside out. So I'm going to break out my sewing machine, start pinning, and then I'm going to start sewing this. I went ahead and pinned all along the outer curve on my collar. The pin should be sticking out, so the head is sticking outside of the fabric. This is so when we're sewing, it's just easier to grab. So I'm going to stick this under and mark it at the 5/8 seam allowance. This is your normal seam allowance unless your pattern directions indicate otherwise. So I'm going to go ahead and put my needle in, and you're just doing a regular seam. So everything on your machine should be at your normal setting. So I'm going to do a couple back stitches and then go forward. And I'm just going to go along this whole outer curve. And this one's at least is a pretty wide curve, but the tighter your curve, the slower you want to go. Just take your time, because you want to make sure that your seam stays straight. And sometimes when it's a curve, it's a little bit harder. But just use your hands to slowly guide it. You're not trying to force it. If you find yourself getting into a little bit of trouble and you need to kind of correct it, make sure that your sewing needle is down in the fabric. You lift your foot, and you can kind of adjust it a little bit. Just pivot the fabric to where it looks like it's lining up more with your seam allowance. And you put your foot down, and then you continue sewing. I went ahead and stitched all the way around this outer curve here. So the next step is to trim my seam. So I'm just going to cut this in half. Be careful not to get too close to your stitching, because we don't actually want to cut that and it will cause a hole. The reason for doing this is for when we flip this inside out, and this is now on the inside of our collar, we don't want it to be too bulky. So that's why we trim it. So I'm going to go ahead and start trimming this. Then once I get done with this point, I'm going to clip notches into what's left. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop here. I'm going to finish the rest of it, but I want to show you the next step. What you're going to do is all along this outer curve, after you finish trimming it, you're going to trim a little triangle. I'm going to lift this so I can see it, into my fabric. Again, being careful not to go into my stitching. Here's a close-up of the notches that go alongside the outer curve here. So we cut this in half, our seam, and then we trimmed or cut these little notches in here. So you can see they look like little triangles. And you can make them bigger than this, or you can make them smaller than this. You just got to make sure that you do them in pretty even intervals, and not to hit your stitch line right here, because that'll cause a hole. So these are about 1/4 of an inch probably at the widest point, but this is just what it looks like up close. I have my collar here flipped right side out, and I've ironed it so it's nice and flat. I started pinning along the top now, so I'm going to finish pinning this. What I'm going to do up here is just machine based. So I'm doing the largest stitch possible, and I'm not doing any back stitching. This is just so I can keep this together while I pin it to my jacket or shirt. And then I'm going to do a final stitch along all those layers. After I finish this, I am then going to do a top stitch around the outside edge again. So I'm going to stitch along, well, my pattern says a 1/2 inch, so you have to follow your directions, but it's pretty close to the edge going through both layers. This is so where your crease is, it's going to keep it nice and flat and give it kind of a finished look. So I'm going to go ahead and start pinning, and then we're going to machine baste the top at the 5/8 seam allowance and top stitch all along the outer edge here at a 1/2 inch. So I went ahead and put my machine at the largest stitch, and I'm going to go ahead and put my needle and foot down. And I'm just going to sew along the curve here. And again, I don't have to do any back stitching because this is just a stitch to hold things together until I'm ready to sew to the final garment. All right, so that's done. So now I'm going to go on to my top stitching, which is going to be along the outer curve. And I want to do it at the 1/2 inch mark. And this one, I'm going to switch it back to my regular seam stitch. And I am going to do a back stitch because this is a permanent stitch. Again, it's just to make the finished garment look very finished and nice. So I'm doing a couple back stitching, now I'm going forward, the 1/2 inch mark. And I'm going to go all the way around the outer curve. The next step is to make notches in the top part of the neck edge of my garment. So this is the jacket I'm creating, this whole thing. This is the neck edge. So we're eventually going to pin my collar that I made to this edge, but since this is going to be in a curve going around the person's neck, I need to start trimming these with my little notches so that it also lays flat once the collar is pinned on. So again, I'm going to just do these little notches here, being sure not to clip the stay stitching that I had stitched earlier at a previous time when I first started making this jacket. So I'm going to go all the way around this top neck edge. Here's my garment with all the notches I made into it around the neck edge. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my collar and I'm going to pin it to the neck edge of the garment. So now we're starting to attach the collar to the garment. You're going to want to make sure that the part of the collar that has the interfacing attached to it is side down facing the garment. So that's going to be stitched interfacing to garment together. So you're going to want to match the notches and pin that, and match any dots you have on your collar to your garment. So we want to make sure that everything is matching. And I'm going to go ahead and start pinning this. So I'm going to pin all the way from this edge to this edge. And then we're going to go ahead and baste all these layers together. So I now have my collar pinned to my garment right at the neck, and I'm going to now baste all of these layers together. So I'm going to just fix this. I'm going to slip it in, and I'm going to do it at the 5/8 seam allowance again. So I'm just going to kind of follow the seam allowance I did for my collar. And since it's a base, you don't have to do any back stitches or anything. So I'm going to put this to basting. There we go. And it's kind of thick, but once you get it started, it usually moves along pretty well here. I'm just going to go all the way around my whole collar. And I just want to make sure that all layers are there. And once you have this tacked on, you pretty much have your collar attached of your garment. So the next step after this, of course, would be to do your facing, which would then finish the garment for the top and for the sides. But as far as just putting on the collar, this is pretty much all you have to do. I finished stitching the collar to my garment here, which is this jacket that I'm working on. So I stitch all along this neck area in a basting stitch. So as you can see now, the collar is now stitched on to the garment. So this is the underside, this is the inside of the garment. And that is how you stitch on a collar.
Our book, Professor Pincushion's Beginner Guide to Sewing, Garment Making for Nervous Newbies, is now available to order. Go to professorpincushion.com/books or click on the link in the description to see a list of vendors where you can purchase it.